With agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. I say sunny. Weren't really anticipating that yesterday, that we were going to see the sunshine. But for the most part, we're going to take it. Whatever Mother Nature decides to throw our way, we're going to do it. There's a lot more in the way of clouds around, and obviously we're not going to continue to see the brilliant sun as we go through the afternoon, but certainly a lot nicer weather for the most part than what many folks had anticipated, especially for the Great Lakes Bay area. Now, areas to the west and obviously to the north, quite a bit more in the way of cloud cover. Some light rain being reported down in southeast Michigan. A little bit more concentrated, heavier squalls over on the west side of the state, where they are getting right now mixed precipitation in South Haven. Further north, though, you get, it ain't mixed. I'll tell you that right now. They are looking at quite a bit of snow, especially for the Upper Peninsula. It does appear as though the rain shower activity has moved into and around the Mackinac Bridge. So if you are going to be traveling up in that part of the state, you should be able to see mostly cloudy skies and just plain old rain shower. But right now, Matthew, our temperatures are moving up quite high because of the sunshine.
Yeah, over at the airport, it's mostly sunny at 55. Over in Midland, it's cloudy at 54. Here, Radio Center, it's partly sunny at 54. We have south winds at 21, gusting up to 28 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 29.06, and it's falling.
As we mentioned yesterday, it's the tale of two low-pressure systems, one of them affecting us directly right now, the other moving through Indiana and Ohio, just south of the Toledo area over into and around Cleveland. It looks as though that low is going to be moving into the Lake Ontario region a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. It is going to play a role in our weather, and we'll tell you that in just a moment. But the low that was currently over Chicago is now moving through the central part of the Lower Peninsula and will be exiting over Lake Huron, northern Lake Huron, a little bit later on. That's the one that's generating all of the very heavy snow in northern Michigan and the very strong winds this hour over on the west side of the Upper Peninsula. Right now, Copper Harbor has wind gusts of more than 50 miles per hour. Sawyer Gwynn, the Air Force Base there, better than 40 mile per hour wind gusts. But the further east you get, it's not quite as windy. And right now, Mackinac Island is reporting light rain. Newberry is reporting light snow. Sault Ste. Marie is reporting some light rain as well. And their temperatures are hovering in that mid to upper 30-degree range. For those folks that are planning and would like to go up north, and in particular take advantage of the snow, because they're going to get some snow up there, especially the western 2/3 of the Upper Peninsula, might be a good idea to just kind of hang on a little bit. Don't get in a yank to get up there too quickly, but you will be able to take advantage of the snow. The problem is going to be, if there is going to be a problem, are the strong gusty winds, because they will be picking up more so than what they are right now as we go through the remainder of the day today and into tonight. Much of the Upper Peninsula and a good share of the Lower Peninsula will be looking at wind gusts of close to 50 miles per hour here later this afternoon. For us, we're going to see some wind gusts. I think it'll probably get a lot closer to 30 to 35 mile per hour until tonight. Then late tonight, that wind direction is going to change. It's going to be coming out of the west and then eventually out of the northwest late tonight and overnight into the morning hours on Thursday, gusting up to 40 miles per hour there. And that is going to be a function of those two low-pressure systems that will be working together to push not only cold air down at us, which is what the low that's currently in northern Michigan is going to do, because it's going to wind up over Quebec province. That'll be pulling some cold air because of the counterclockwise circulation down over Michigan. The low pressure system over Lake Ontario is going to be pulling a lot of moisture up. And again, with its counterclockwise circulation, it's going to be clashing that moisture with the cold air. As a result, we're going to get some snow showers, snow flurry activity as we move into the morning hours tomorrow morning. It's also going to create a little bit of a travel issue for the morning drive tomorrow morning, starting before sunrise and through, well, I want to say, at least the morning drive through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Our roads are going to be slick. They're going to be damp, they'll be wet, and they'll be frozen. And we'll see a few snow flurries around as well. So today is going to be the warmest day we will see until we move into next week. And we're going to get some chilly weather as we move into the nighttime hours tonight and tomorrow. Our forecasts are glimpses of sun, and that's what we're experiencing right now. A lot more in the way of clouds this morning, and we will see some clouds moving in as we move through the day because there is still more to come in Indiana and southern sections of Ohio. All that activity is going to be crossing the lower peninsula. Widely scattered shower activity. We've picked up in some cases a half inch, in a few other cases a little bit more. Have had some reports in the Bay City area of 0.6, and also over in Michigan's Thumb. I've seen some reports of 3/4 of an inch there. More so, though, precipitation as you get into north central and the west side of the lower peninsula, where we have had some unofficial reports of an inch of rain. But that's about it. Most of that heavier precipitation has pretty well moved out, with the exception of the southwest corner of the lower peninsula, where right now, South Haven area, as we said before, they're getting that rain-snow mix, and that activity has been moving up through the Muskegon region, Ludington, and will eventually continue to move to the west, heading north of the 127 corridor. So that precipitation, we're not going to be getting any of it here in the Great Lakes Bay Area. After a high of close to 60 today, 26 for a low tonight. Sun will set this evening at 6:31, rise tomorrow morning at 7:04. Tomorrow, 35 is all the warmer we're going to get. Sun with a few clouds. The sun will try to warm us up, and I think we're going to need the sun to get up to 35, 36 degrees. Northwest wind, it'll be gusting to 40 miles per hour, so you are going to be having a wind chill tomorrow. It is going to be cold to work outside. Low pressure system will be over Quebec. That's the reason why we'll be getting the weather that we will see tomorrow. Once again, our low temperature tomorrow night, down about 26. Friday will warm up a little bit more, cloudy, with a few, I want to say a few breaks in the sun, but I don't know exactly how much. 41 is our projected high for Friday, 24 for a low on Friday night. We're going to get a mix of some freezing precipitation late in the day on Friday and Friday evening, because a low pressure system from Missouri is going to be cruising through the lower Ohio River, northern Tennessee Valley. They're going to get snow, and they're going to get some freezing rain. And further south, they're going to get some more severe weather all the way down to the Gulf. That'll be on Friday. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, 38 for a high, 26 for a low on Saturday. Sunday, partly cloudy skies, 42 for a high, 28 for a low. Then moving into, Monday, we're going to be looking at 52 for a high, 39 for a low, mostly sunny skies. Partly cloudy skies on Tuesday with very possibly 60 degrees. That's what we're going to be looking at. The above average temperature trend is going to continue all the way through the 18th after this little bout of cooler weather here to finish off the work week. Above average on the moisture during that period of time as well. Incidentally, the record high in the state of 63 was set a year ago, 2024. The record low is 8 below zero, set in 1948. Warmest ever 5th of March was 1935, 60 was our high, 38 was our low, and the coldest ever, you got to go back to 1948. 20 was our high, 8 below zero was our low. And again, it's the 5th of March. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Cody Harris from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. Art Lewis and I want to say thank you very much to Donnie and all the staff at Kryjak's House. Great people. We had a great turnout. Very good as far as fundraising goes for the Salvation Army. It was just a wonderful day to have Punchki Day at Kryjak's House. Now, if you want to enjoy the food, and Kryjak's really rolled out the red carpet for that yesterday, you want to stop in and maybe dine in a little bit, not a problem. Take out as far as getting food ready for an event coming up, not a problem there as well. Give them a call at 989-894-5531, and they'll take care of you. Corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City, Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. We say good morning to Cody Harris over at Star of the West. And Cody, is it redemption day for you, or what's going on with the markets?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. It looks like we're getting a little bounce. And kind of maybe about time because we were seeing lows kind of across the board for all three commodities. So got a little, maybe some good news coming out of Trump's speech last night. That's what the market's really rallying on. But it's nice seeing a lot of green on the board here today. That's for sure.
Yeah, I happened to see that. He devoted a little bit of time to agriculture in that speech. And I guess for all the agriculture community, they were delighted to hear that he's paying attention, that he knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I would say they took that, and then with the meeting here on Thursday with Mexico's president to maybe kind of talk about some tariff relief efforts, maybe definitely got the corn and wheat market excited, and soybeans as well. So, like you said, it's good that it's kind of on the front of his list, or at least he's keeping an eye on the ag industry, and we're definitely seeing that impacted here in the markets today.
So right now on the board, what do you have, Cody?
Yeah, right now we got cash wheat. That's up 10 at the moment. 522 on the white, 447 on the red. New crop wheat, that's up 9, 560 on the white, 475 on the red. Looking over at corn, cash corn is up 3 at 380. New crop corn, I'm going to call unchanged at the moment at 382. And then looking at soybeans, cash soybeans are up 11 at 920. And new crop soybeans are up 6 at 930.
Nice to see. Cody, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Yes, you as well. Thank you.
Will do. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us right now. The market report brought to you by Thumb Bank, working with agriculture since 1895. You know, farming has many challenges, and Thumb Bank keeps up with those changes, as well as industry trends and changes in your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust now in Freeland, with 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And by Schaefer and Beerline, the spring Ram commercial truck and van season is going on right now at Schaefer and Beerline Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Frankenmuth. Ram Truck Month means that if you're in the market for a new Ram commercial truck or van and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, now is the time to see Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Morning, Doug.
Good morning.
Little shake, rattle, and roll as far as Washington last night, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Didn't fall asleep anyway.
Boy, I guess not. Yeah, quite frankly, and again, this is just personally, I really wanted to see what he had to say about a lot of things, but especially agriculture and how what's going to happen influencing these markets. And you just got a funny feeling that as much as everybody wants to say, well, I really didn't have any direction. I don't know. I think he was talking in terms of heading in certain ways, good or bad, whatever. But at least I think that's what a lot of folks really wanted to know is just, okay, what direction are you going with this?
Well, here's the good news. The dollar's falling today, 104.50 down 121 ticks. That's a big drop. So I'm sure that's helping the commodities a bit. With the euro going up about the same, 143 ticks. So that kind of changes the balance of trade a little bit. The jobs numbers came in pretty weak. 77,000 jobs added in the private sector. That was not great. So, that's indicating more stimulus coming, maybe. So the markets really were just lackluster this morning, and then all of a sudden, bam, the Dow's up 250 points. You turned away 10 o'clock, those numbers came out. Immediately, the stock market went through the roof. And then it just kind of dwindled all back down. So right now, the Dow is down about 65. The S&P is down about 0.5%. NASDAQ is down about 0.65%. So much, not so much great. The weak areas are energies. The oil is down $4.50 today, so that makes sense. And retail is still getting clobbered a bit. Abercrombie and Fitch, that's kind of a high-end retailer, down to $80 a share from 200. 11 months ago it was 200, but then you look back 2 years ago it was 20. So you pick a point in between. That's been a wild ride in that arena. So like something like FMC is up 5% today. That's the fertilizer company, so that's getting some wings a little bit. The chemicals kind of going up. Also Dow and those guys doing okay. So we'll have to see where it goes. Copper's hot today, 5.5%. So that's setting at 481. Don't know. It is what it is. So here's your numbers. The May corn 454 up 2.5. September corn 441.25 up a quarter of a penny. The May soybeans 1009.75 up 10.75. September soybeans 1007.25 up 7.75. May wheat is 547.5 up 10.75, and September wheat 577.5 up 9.75. The crude oil is 65.27 down $3 a barrel. Heating oil is 219.60 down 9 cents. Gasoline is 210.46 down 9.25 cents. Natural gas is 445.75 up a nickel. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.44 Canadian, that's up 11 ticks. The dollar buys 148.56 yen, that's down 124 ticks. The euro's at 107.67, up 143 ticks. And the dollar's at 104.50, that's down 125 ticks. Gold's at $29.3760, up $17. Silver's $32.95, up 72 cents. Platinum is $9.77, up $5. And copper's at $4.81, up 25.25 cents.
Doug Klein, thank you.
Okay.
You have a good one.
Yep, you too.
All righty. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed dealer. Justin Varner's been a busy boy these days, and he continues to answer a lot of questions. He can help you out, whatever you need. Remember, Dairyland Seed. They've got seed with your name on it from your friends at Freeland Bean and Grain since 1983, where serving you is their business. Farm Service also brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. Yeah, they do have lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Just stop by any of their conveniently located offices and find out how they can become your hometown financial solution. Find out more by going online as well at frankenmuthcu.org. And incidentally, we'll be broadcasting tomorrow From Frankenmuth, the Frankenmuth Rotary is celebrating agriculture in March. And they've got an initiative going on, a Rotary initiative featuring young people involved with agriculture. So we'll be talking about tomorrow as we broadcast live from Zenders in Frankenmuth, brought to you by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. Say good morning to Scott DeVries over at Nutrien Ag. Scott, I guess I could call a day like today Itchy Finger Day.
We all know it's coming. It's the season I despise the most, the muddy season, but I know what comes after it, and that's one of my favorite seasons. So, we just got to muddle through it. I
guess. And one thing that is a sure sign, I don't see any ice shinies out on the Saginaw River anymore.
No, I can honestly tell you mine are put away, and and I got to focus on work and get ready because spring's not far away. So
yeah, you got a little work.
Spring fishing.
You got a little work to do, Scott.
Yeah. Today I'm actually over in Oceana County and a location with some grower meetings with fruit and vegetable guys, and we can pick up some things to do things different that maybe they're trying that might incorporate into our row crops, our specialty crops, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I tried to, take some time and learn more about different crops and see what we can incorporate on the east side of the state.
Scott, I appreciate your time. Let you get back to your meetings. And the fruit industry is really important here to Michigan. Glad to hear that you're out there working with the guys. Hopefully we have a good crop this year.
We hope so, but the sugar beets and dry beets are pretty close to our heart. So be safe out there, everybody.
All right, will do. Scott DeVries with Nutrien Ag. Quick break, and then after that, Matthew, I think we've got Joe Kramer from Michigan Bean.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, but first this.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning out the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Friday, bonus pricing has been extended at Rifkin Steel.
If you own property for farm property, hunting property in eastern Michigan and the Thumb, you're looking to put on the market? Well, two names you need to know: Whitetail Properties and land specialist Michael Turner. Visit them today at whitetailproperties.com and search Michael Turner under agents. That's whitetailproperties.com. Say good morning to Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. And Joe, you're on the road today over in the Highlands, right?
We are today, Terry. U.S. Dry Bean Council meetings in Denver today.
What are you covering there, Joe?
Well, in addition to the traditional agenda, we certainly have spent a lot of time talking about tariffs and all the unknowns that go with that. Certainly trying to understand how they might impact us and if there's anything we can do proactively to get out in front of it and sort of limit our exposure, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it sure does. Now, as far as spring planting is concerned, in some areas, they're probably wanting to get started here pretty quick. What are you hearing as far as planting intentions go with the dry beans here in Michigan? Any numbers, any thoughts?
Good question too. We don't have a lot of feeling for it right now. It feels like we've got a fair amount of black beans left yet. Not necessarily in Michigan, but certainly around the country. So I think the contract opportunities for black beans are slim. The guys that wanted or had a chance to already have for the most part. So I think those acres are kind of dialed in. I think we're kind of waiting to see if corn and soybeans have any life in them, and could see some switching around yet. So I don't think we'll see big changes from last year. Could see a few more acres of navy beans maybe, think small reds will be fairly steady. So the question is going to be black beans.
Okay. Joe, I appreciate your time. You take care. We'll
Thanks,
talk to you
Terry.
again soon. All righty?
See you next week.
You
Thank
betcha. Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. Let's dial up Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, what should we be doing right now?
Terry, this is, we talk about time to get out when the weather's nice and dormant time and get pruning. This is a day to get out and do that pruning. It's a great time to get out, get some of those crossing and rubbing branches and limb up those trees that hit you in the head when you're mowing and whatnot. Just don't reach up with a pair of loppers and cut a branch in half. Get up on a ladder, take it all the way back to where it comes off the main branch and cut it off there. All summer long, you'll be happy.
Great. Good advice. You take care, Jerry. We'll talk to you again. Jerry Samolsky,
All right, Terry.
Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. We'll be right back. As a farmer, you do it all, and so should your technology. Hit the field and go with Ag Leader's new In Command Go displays. Experienced unparalleled visibility and control with the information you need right at your fingertips. The all-in-one screen view enables you to easily monitor everything at once without losing sight of your map, so you can make informed decisions on the go. What are you waiting for? Get going with Ag Leader. Contact PC Ag Solutions, your local Ag Leader dealer, for more details. We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. WSGW.